to the street yesterday at a rally at City Hall calling for a major crackdown on e-bikes.
So the New York City E-Bike Safety Alliance is asking lawmakers to require all e-bikes to be licensed and registered. Makes sense, right? They also want them banned from city parks. Good day's Crystal Young taking it to the streets on the Upper East Side this morning. What do you think, Crystal?
First of all, I think that standing next to this bike lane really makes me nervous, and I kid you not. I have crossed over it to get to the Fox 5 vehicle, and I mean, you really have to look both ways and stop, and everybody moving in these lanes is going super fast, and they don't seem like they are looking out for you, so you have to be looking out for them. Well, now the city wants some accountability, and that is what that rally was about yesterday. Also at that rally were victims of e-bike and scooter accidents that now some of them have no livelihood. They're walking with canes. It is definitely a safety issue. Let's look at some stats. According to the recent Department of DOT, bicycle deaths are at a 24-year high. Last year, 30 people died while riding. There were other people that were hit, 23 on e-bikes. It is definitely a problem in the city. People want to see things get safer, so we took it to the streets to ask, what do you think about all this? Take a listen. Do you think that e-bike safety should be increased in New York City?
Yes, it should. It's the riders. They're not, they're riding a bike. They feel they have the right of way.
Over the pedestrian?
Yes, always. Even with the other vehicles coming, four-wheel vehicles.
And I've seen it just crossing the street, just going to work, leaving from work. I think it should be regulated as far as just, even when it's our turn to cross, they don't follow those signals, the stop signs. I see when the cars are trying to turn, so yeah, it should be regulated.
They don't belong in the city. The city's cars, the luxury. This is like low-class people.
Now, how about safety? Have you ever seen anything you think might be unsafe?
A lot of accidents right in front of the place over here. Many times. They don't respect any kind of law. They don't see red lights. They don't see anything. They don't see even people.
Well, the DOT has recently launched a Vision Zero campaign. They say that is going to make things a whole lot safer. We shall have to wait and see. One of the things in that campaign is making these lanes wider. I have noticed that in certain neighborhoods, the bike lanes are more bumped out. They're even wider than before. It's very interesting that also the NYPD says that when small-time criminals in the city want to steal things or hurt people, getting on scooters and e-bikes is their favorite way to get away. So I think most people agree we could be a little bit safer when it comes to e-bikes and scooters. Kurt and Rosanna, back to you.
All right. The reason they want them licensed and registered is that way you can track them down if anything ever happens.
If you have an accident with them and wind up in the hospital, there's recourse. Thanks
Right.
so much, Crystal. And by the way, the city council created this. They need to fix it.
But the DOT is in charge. I think that's what they're saying of the registration and licensing, not the city council. It's the way the system works. Something needs to be done. I think everybody admits it. That's the
Fast.
one good thing.
Everybody's on the same
So if
page.
everybody admits it, hopefully something happens
Okay, that's
sooner than later. All right. Hey, if you have student loan debt,